Have you ever looked at the world around you and felt a little overwhelmed? We're constantly hearing about climate change, with storms getting stronger and temperatures rising. We see headlines about food shortages, with millions of people not knowing where their next meal will come from. And then there are the health challenges, with diseases becoming more complex and harder to treat. It's a lot to take in, and honestly it can feel like these problems are just too big, too tangled up to ever solve. It's easy to feel a sense of hopelessness, like we're stuck in a cycle we can't break. We're in a race against time. 2025 is just around the corner, and the pressure is on to find real, lasting solutions. We've tried technology, we've tried policy, we've tried everything we can think of. But what if the answer isn't in a lab or a government building? What if the solution has been here all along, growing quietly right under our noses? It sounds like science fiction, right? One single organism holding the key to our biggest challenges, but nature is full of surprises. Today we're going to explore a radical idea, a story that could completely change how we see our future. We're going to investigate a plant, a very special plant, one that has the potential to tackle not just one, but several of our most urgent global crises. Let's start with the environment. Our planet is warming up. The polar ice caps are melting, sea levels are rising, and extreme weather is becoming the new normal. A huge part of this problem is carbon dioxide, or CO2. We pump billions of tons of it into the atmosphere every year from cars, factories, and power plants. It acts like a blanket, trapping heat and messing up our climate. Scientists have been working on complex carbon capture technologies, trying to suck CO2 out of the air. These are often expensive, energy-intensive, and difficult to scale up. It's a massive engineering challenge. Now, imagine a plant that's a natural carbon-sucking machine. Not just any plant, but one that grows incredibly fast and absorbs CO2 at a rate far exceeding most trees. Imagine it thriving in places where other crops can't, on marginal land, without needing tons of water or fertilizer. This plant wouldn't just be absorbing carbon, it would be rehabilitating damaged soil, turning barren land back into a green living ecosystem. Instead of fighting against nature, we'd be partnering with it. This plant could create vast new carbon sinks, literally pulling the heat-trapping gas out of our atmosphere and locking it away in its roots and the soil. It's not about a small, incremental change. It's about a massive planet-wide intervention powered by photosynthesis. Next, let's talk about something that affects every single one of us: food. Food insecurity is a silent crisis. While some of us worry about what to eat for dinner, hundreds of millions of people face genuine hunger. Our current food system is fragile. It relies on a handful of staple crops, like wheat, rice, and corn, which are vulnerable to drought, pests, and disease. When one of these crops fails, the ripple effects are devastating. We need more options. We need crops that are resilient, nutritious, and can grow in a changing climate. This is where our mystery plant comes in again. What if its seeds were a powerhouse of nutrition? Packed with protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals, a complete superfood. Imagine being able to grow this plant almost anywhere, providing a reliable source of high-quality food for communities that need it most. It wouldn't need prime agricultural land, freeing up space for our traditional crops. It could be a safety net, a buffer against famine and malnutrition. Farmers could grow it as a secondary crop, adding to their income and food security. It's not about replacing what we have, but about adding a powerful, resilient new player to our global food supply, making the entire system stronger and more adaptable. And what about our health? We're living longer, but we're also facing a rise in chronic illnesses. Our modern medicine is incredible, but we're constantly searching for new compounds, new treatments to fight disease. The pharmaceutical industry spends billions searching for new molecules, often in remote rainforests or deep oceans, hoping to find the next breakthrough drug. The process is long, expensive, and often comes up empty. Now, let's look at our plant one more time. What if its leaves, stems, and roots were a natural pharmacy, containing unique bioactive compounds that have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and even antimicrobial properties? These aren't just folk remedies. These are complex chemical structures that could form the basis for new medicines. Imagine a sustainable farmable source for compounds that could help manage diabetes, reduce the risk of heart disease, or even provide new ways to fight drug-resistant bacteria. We could be cultivating our own medicine cabinet, reducing our reliance on synthetic drugs and tapping into the healing power of the plant kingdom. This plant could bridge the gap between traditional medicine and modern science, offering a wealth of new possibilities for human health and wellness. So, what is this miracle plant? Is it real? The answer is yes. While there isn't one single plant that can do everything perfectly, there are candidates that come astonishingly close. Plants like hemp, with its incredible versatility for fiber, food and building materials, and its ability to remediate soil, or moringa, the drumstick tree, a fast-growing drought-resistant tree whose leaves are packed with nutrients and medicinal compounds, or even algae, a microscopic plant that can produce biofuel, absorb massive amounts of CO2, and be cultivated for high-protein food. The point isn't to put all our faith in one magical species. The point is to change our mindset. The solutions to our biggest problems might not come from a bigger machine or a more complex algorithm. They might come from looking at the natural world with fresh eyes, with a sense of wonder and respect. These plants aren't a fantasy. They are a tangible living resource waiting to be understood and cultivated responsibly. The potential is there. We have the ability to research, to invest, to scale up these natural solutions. We can choose to create a future where we work in harmony with nature, not against it. Think about it. A future with cleaner air, where we've actively drawn down carbon from the atmosphere. A future where everyone has access to nutritious, sustainable food. A future with new, nature-based medicines to keep us healthy. This isn't just a dream. It's a possible reality, powered by the humble plant. It requires a shift in our thinking, a commitment to innovation, and a belief in the power of the natural world. The challenges we face are huge, but the potential of nature is even bigger. The question is no longer could a plant solve our problems. The question now is, will we let it? Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. What do you think? Is there a plant or natural solution you're excited about? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content that looks at our world in a new way. Your support means everything. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.